And so that's
Right.
beautiful that you've discovered kind of your personal doorway to this. And I think that that's kind of what everybody's task here is to find the doorway that suits them into this, because we all kind of are looking as this divine infinite at this divine infinite, but from slightly different or what seems to be localized perspectives. And so our
Right.
doorways will always be somewhat slightly shifted from the next perspective. The Rani mind or the Chris mind is kind of like a prism through which infinite consciousness is looking. And so when infinite consciousness is looking through the prism, all it sees is the life of Rani, the life of Chris. But when
Right.
infinite consciousness zooms back just a little bit and sees that it is not the prism of mind,
Uh,
nor is it the life of Ronnie, the life of
yeah.
Chris, but it's actually all of this. It's not just this, it's all of this. And so the zooming out into a more panoramic awareness
Yeah.
is in reality what this self-realization or awakening feels like. If you ask yourself, what knows this thought? What knows this feeling? What knows this sensation? It zooms you back out prior to the
Mm.
prism of mind.
Yeah.
You're zooming back out into this panoramic awareness that knows all of this equally and doesn't identify with any particular focal point within it. That's the
Yeah.
process of awakening is
Yeah.
is first detaching yourself from this prism of mind known as
Yeah.
Ronnie, known as
Yeah.
Chris. First detaching. That's just so you can get a clear glimpse of all of this. What is actually happening here
Yeah.
is just the condensation of consciousness. And then as
Yeah.
you as that solidifies, becomes your new standpoint, then you can zoom back in and play in the life of Ronnie. And you understand now that this is all just modulations of one single substance.
Yeah.
This is all just consciousness, whether it's a taste, whether it's a thought, whether it's a feeling, whether it's the vision of the mountain way over there. It's all just consciousness.
Yeah.
And you are just the consciousness.
Yeah.
Understand that there's no one actually smelling the bananas. There's no one
Right.
interpreting the scent of bananas. There's just the scent of bananas.
Right.
The more we kind of leapfrog over this illusion that there's an interpreting happening here and just rejoin into real experience, real raw reality. There's just the scent of bananas. That's it.
Mm. Yeah.
You're leapfrogging over the prism of mind into direct reality.
Mm. Yeah.
Investigating in this way allows life to blossom. The mind can be a fun prism to look through, a fun tool by which infinite consciousness can look back at itself, but it's not meant to be lived in.
Yeah. That's it. That's a good expression. It's not meant to be lived in, for sure not.
And that's part that's partially why you kind of get this feeling when you are out in nature, is because nature isn't living inside a mind.
Right.
A tree isn't living inside a mind.
Yeah.
It doesn't know inside from outside. There's
Yeah.
less of a sense of division, even in animals, between animal life and just life. It's kind of just all an orchestra of life, and it seems to just be higher order mammals that seem to kind of create this division, which is a fun tool. It can be a really fun tool. We can build all sorts of cool shit with the mind. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's not meant to be lived in.
Right.
And if when we do, when we assume that we are this person self, this body mind, we assume its limitations. And
Yes.
consciousness itself does not. It never does. And that's why we feel separate from our true nature.
Mm.
We feel separate from our true nature. We never
Yeah.
could be, but
Yeah.
this contraction makes you feel separate from your true nature.
Yeah.
Consciousness itself is already unlimited, undivided, and whole.
Right.
as universal reality.
Yeah.
There's a light which shines that illuminates all of this. That's what I call the absolute. The light, the pure light that shines through the prism of mind is undivided.